So when we talk about USA regulations, right? So, and we all understand that Luna's price revolves around what? UST, right? People burning UST, they burn Luna and they get UST. So anytime anybody wants UST to interact with anything, they need to do so. And then we see at the Senate committee that when the reps from USDC were testifying before Congress, everybody just kept saying that if the United States wants to win, we need to back stablecoins with US dollars. And that's how we keep the US dollar as the global reserve currency. If everybody's using USDC and USDC is backed by dollars, that means that the dollar in theory is going to inherit, value from stablecoins. And then what is the biggest threat to the US dollar? Obviously would be stablecoins is the biggest threat to the US dollar. So the United States government now is basically working hand in hand with USDC and quite possibly even Tether. So the US government contacts Tether and USDC and says, hey, this hasn't happened yet, but this is the talks that this is what's going to happen, right? So the US government says to USDT and says, USDC, new law, all stablecoins must be backed 100% by US dollars. The law goes into effect 2023, January 1st, 2023, all stablecoins must be backed by US dollars. And then they say, the law goes into effect January 1st to 2023, all stablecoins that are not must be removed from all USA exchanges, right? And because the USA leads the charge direction, like everybody's looking at the USA saying, how is the USA regulating crypto? What is the USA doing? What should we be doing, right? So if the USA does this, it would instantly trigger a cascade effect of every government saying, hey, if your stablecoins are not backed to a dollar, not just pegged to the dollar, they actually have to be backed by the dollar. And if not, it's illegal to use them on USA exchanges. And people go, okay, I'm just going to use them in DeFi. Well, we already seen Uniswap removing assets. We've already seen all these other decentralized exchanges removing assets. So you would get a snowball effect of every single exchange all at the same time removing UST. And if then the government says, well, any stablecoin is quote unquote a security, an illegal security, if it is not backed by US dollars, it would be catastrophic to Luna. I don't know. And then you think about like if the government were to do something and regulate crypto, how could they regulate it without slowing down innovation, but protecting the US dollar and protecting the US dollar as the global reserve currency? So USDT, all USDT would have to do is become compliant, right? So it'd probably be harder for them to make up that money, but I can't imagine that UST doesn't have billions and billions of dollars. Now, whether it's currently backed right now, I don't think it is. I definitely would almost say I guarantee it's not. But I think that Tether, instead of falling out of the game, I think Tether would just become compliant, right? They would magically quote unquote, oh, we gotta burn, quote unquote, we're gonna burn some Tether, and they burn a bunch of Tether out of circulation. It probably takes the market cap down by 50%, and then we know what we really got out there in Tether, But that's kind of where I think. It's something that everybody should have on their mind, whether it's gonna happen or not. There is no better play that I could see the government making that would, Luna is the future, right? If there's anything that we want to win, it's Luna. But if the government makes it illegal and like criminal time, like you're gonna get a year in jail if you get caught with stable like UST in your wallet, would you hold it? But if they made it transparent where you could verify a bank account, like you could get API access from Chase Bank to display just the value of a bank account, and the value of that bank account always has to match the market cap of stablecoins, right? And if there's anything off, if they're ever off by more than 5%, you would have to fine them or something like that. I don't know about you guys, but what do you guys think about that? Let's see what the squad thinks. Like that would be catastrophic for Luna, and I can't convince, like how do you stop that from happening? If your banks are the real scam, they are. So it says digital license. I mean, I'm hoping that it just all plays out. Pretty sure I'll be moving most of that I made on Luna into KDA once it's unlocked. Yeah. Promises after promises. F the banks. Yep. My mother-in-law is a scam. Yeah. Banks are the real scam. Crazy. Revolt. Very plausible. And possibly crushes Luna's ability to the dead man switch. Yeah, see, I think Luna would just hit the dead man switch and let it go, but it would be so long before I think the space really realized it, and it would take a decentralized exchange saying, hey, we're a decentralized exchange, we're not owned by any government, and Luna's gonna stay here. But you don't think, like, CADEX is going pretty hard on UST. So that'd be a pretty big setback for the Cadena ecosystem, I think, too. And why Cadena should just make their own stablecoin. If Cadena doesn't make a stablecoin that's backed by the US dollar, they're crazy. If I was Cadena, I would already be working with the US government to make one. And I call it KDZ. KD's nuts. Sergio Bobcat says, homie, banks own the world, and it's a matter of time before they take control of the crypto market. You got that right, man, dude. You got that right. And they're going to do it with stablecoins, exactly how they're going to do it. Luna's probably locked in Anchor protocol. Yeah, so all the algorithmic stablecoins would basically go to zero. And any asset and any stablecoins that are backed by crypto. So if like Polkadot did that whole, spell, I would be getting the hell away from spell immediately. Anything that's MIM, any of those other coins that are backed by cryptos, the basket of crypto stables, those would all be going to zero. So if Luna fails, all of those stables are going to fail, and every ecosystem that revolves around stable coins is going to fail. It would be brilliant. It would be the biggest kick to the dick to every one of these proof of stake Ponzi scheme coins that thought that they're going to create their own, because every one of these crypto products is basically creating their own, version of a stable coin because their economic model sucks. But they know if they can get a stable coin going, it doesn't matter if the project fails. If the stable coin is just running, they're going to suck so much money out of retail investors and get it into these stable coins that are quote unquote backed by crypto baskets. All of those crypto basket backed stable coins would go to zero. It is the absolute best play by the government, and that's why I'm so bullish on the fact that it's probably going to happen. So if you're holding like Polkadot, they just created their own Polkadot $1.5 billion fund with some, this algorithmic stablecoin that's backed by, dollars and cryptos and all those things. It would devastate everything that crypto space revolves around. It would be the smartest thing that the government could do. And they'll probably expedite that process, and it just makes sense. It's good for business, it's good for the US dollar, it's good for the government. It's horrible for the crypto space as a whole, but it's kind of good because it eliminates all these garbage projects that had to create their own stable coin to pretty much support the price because they're tokenomic. My name's Ryan Meta. All right, guys, I got to get off this show, so I appreciate you guys big time, man. And I'll catch you guys in another stream later today. I'll probably be on my second channel here in a little bit, so love you guys. Trade safe, crypto fam.